So this is chapter 4C. So we're just gonna have a look at lines that go through one intercept. Previously in chapter 4B, I taught you that there were two intercepts. You had the X and the Y. Now there are some special cases where lines only go through one intercept, and we're going to talk about it. Okay. So hopefully by the end of this, you will know one of the following here. So you will know that the equation form of both vertical and horizontal lines. Now, these are two separate forms, okay? These are two separate lines, two separate formulas, equations, I mean. You should be able to sketch them and you should be able to form a linear relationship or just like write an equation pretty much and stuff like that, okay? So let's move on to it. So first we have the vertical line. The general form of a vertical line is x equals b. Now, these are some traits right here. So for a vertical line, it is parallel to the y-axis. So that's the y-axis right there. A line is just going along that pretty much. Now, if you're wondering what b is, it's just a number, okay? It's a number on the x-axis. So wherever the line goes through the x axis right there, that's just the equation, okay? That's all it is. And then finally, the x-intercept is at b0, okay? A horizontal line, this is a different equation. It's y equals c instead. Now, the main difference is that this is parallel to the x-axis now. C is just a number on the y-axis, and the y-intercept is at 0c, okay? So we'll do more as we go. So sketch the graph y equals 3. Now, I've already sketched the graph for you, but typically what happens is you will draw your Cartesian plane, and then wherever you see y equals 3, just find 3 on the y-axis, and then you just draw a straight line across. That's it. Same thing as x equals -4. You find -4 along the x-axis, as you can see. I've identified x equals -4 is right here. So I'm just going to draw a vertical line, just going up and down, and that's it. All right, lines that go through the origin. Now, these are very unique, okay? So just remember, the origin is at 0, 0. This is your general equation of the line that goes through origin. Okay. So that's just the general equation right there. Y equals mx. Now, some key features. Okay. These two important points. The y-intercept is at the origin, and the x-intercept is also at the origin. Now, if you remember what I taught you previously, you need a minimum of two coordinate points to you need a minimum of two coordinate points to draw a line. Now, obviously, we're only given one. We're just given the origin, so it's actually quite hard to do right now. What you're going to do instead to get the second point is to substitute x equals 1. You could choose any other x value, I don't care, but just stick with substituting x equals 1 here. It's the easiest one to work with, okay? Once you substitute x equals 1, you will then find the second coordinate point. Let's just go through an example here. I have an example here, y equals 2x. Obviously, I've already drawn the line for you all. This is just to speed things up. Now, obviously, before I talked about you can pick any x value, but I've just done x equals 1, and I'll show you why. So if I substitute x equals 1 in, now remember substituting meaning replacing the variable with a known value. I know that x equals 1 now. I can now just replace it like this. So 2 bracket 1. Now, obviously, this just means 2 times 1, just like that. And 2 times 1 equals to 2. That means in coordinate form, I can now write this as 1 and 2 because I know what x equals to and also know what y equals to as well. Just like that. So y equals 2. So that will be my second coordinate form, second coordinate point. And as you can see, that's my origin right there, 0, 0. So once I plot these 2 points here, I can just connect it all with a straight line, which I've already done so for you already. Okay. Now, um, these coordinate points right here are just other examples that you could use instead, but I typically like to use x equals 1, which is the one circled in red. Okay. So that's chapter 4C. Please make sure you go through the homework, make sure you get the exercises done, okay? Detentions issued out, the standard, okay? Have fun.